Hey Pam, I was wondering about your answer, to my marriage proposal. What do you say?
That again, huh?
Yeah, sorry if I'm being overly persistent, but it's been 5 months since I proposed, and it's really bugging me. If you have a reason for turning me down, I want you to be honest and tell me.
Well, not sure how to say this, but I still want to make sure, I guess.
Make sure? Huh? Make sure about what?
Yeah, I want to make sure Matt, if you're really good for me.
But now? Do you want me to make sure now? I mean, we've been going out for 4 years now. Are you still not sure? Also, when Carl suggested we live together first, you were a bit wishy-washy about that, too. I really would appreciate some kind of reaction from you. You keep giving me the runaround.
Reaction, huh? Yeah, okay. You brought up my brother's name, so this may just be the opportune time.
Opportune?
Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you then. About your annual income, it's way lower than Carl's, right?
Huh?
Come on, it's lower, right?
Yeah, well, I guess. I never really talked about it, but yeah, I guess his income is higher. He works at a foreign firm, and his sales record is way up there at the top, right? Besides, he's like 10 years older than either of us. I've only been working for 3 years, so he's way ahead of me. I mean, it's obvious he would be making more.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My brother, boy, he is really awesome, isn't he?
Huh? Hey, Pam, aren't we getting a little sidetracked here?
Sidetracked? What do you mean?
I mean, Carl's annual income has nothing to do with my marriage proposal to you.
Well, actually, it's got everything to do with it.
Really? Why?
So, that's that, so I'm sorry.
Huh?
Your marriage proposal, I'm gonna pass on it. I'm really sorry.
But why? At least give me a reason!
Well, I have to marry someone that will surpass my brother. I hope you understand.
Huh? Are you serious? That's a little insulting, don't you think? I agree that Carl is a great guy and all that, and I really do respect him, but he's been working for 10 years and I've only been working 3 years, straight out of college. How could you compare the two? Comparing the two of us just doesn't make sense.
But the fact is that my brother Carl is way more awesome than you. You should be grateful. I gave you 3 years since joining the company to make something of yourself. Matt, I really thought you were the one. I was sure you would be able to surpass my brother Carl. But I'm sorry to say that the 3-year wait was just a waste of time. So sorry. I hope you understand.
Are you being serious?
I am, and since the whole thing is off, we no longer have to meet. See ya.
Huh? Wait!
I'm gonna block you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Hey, Matt, I heard. Are you okay?
Hey sis, what's up?
I heard it all from Carl. Didn't really know how I should contact you. Hey, cheer up, little brother.
Sorry to worry you.
And Carl, he feels really bad about the whole thing. It seems Pam has had an almost abnormal love for her older brother since they were kids. He was actually taken aback by the demands. Comparing you to Carl, he's really disheartened about the whole thing. Thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah, I get it. After all, it was Carl who introduced me to Pam 3 years ago. But please tell him it's not his fault. He had nothing to do with it. Tell him not to feel bad about the whole thing.
Okay, not a problem. I'll tell him. Are you... Matt, you really going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. My buddy took me out drinking the other day and got an earful of all of my grievances. I'm sure he had a good time. My heart was a bit wounded, but I'm starting to feel better. I'll get over it.
Well, that makes me feel way better.
Hey sis, can I blow off steam with you on occasion?
What? For sure. Blow up all the steam you want. That's why I sent you the line message. Steam away.
Thanks, sis. Really appreciate it. Really. Always so manly.
Hey, excuse me, but I'm a woman.
Maybe I should call you Master Yoda. Huh?
Huh? Am I so shriveled up and windy? Well, if you can make jokes like that, you're gonna be just fine, little brother.
I'm glad I talked to you, sis. I feel way better already.
So, I also hear you're coming home at the end of the month.
Yeah, figured I could talk with Dad. He would be able to get me back on track again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I guess I'll head home then too. Let's all sit down and have a few drinks. It'll be fun for a change.
Yeah, that sounds great. Cheers!
Hey Matt, it's been a while. There was something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a bit of time?
Yeah, what's up? It's been ages. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, my brother, Carl, he's getting married.
Yeah, I know.
So, you also must know who his wife-to-be will be, Michelle, right?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? Michelle is my sister.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I take it you had no idea.
No, I didn't.
When Carl introduced me to you, he said I was his girlfriend's younger brother.
Yeah, I guess I forgot all about that. I got it all wrong. I thought he said you were someone's brother from work.
Yeah, well, my sister works at the same office as Carl. There's no doubt about that. But it really doesn't matter. It's all in the past. So, what is it you want? Alrighty, if that's all, see ya.
Please, wait.
Huh? What now?
Matt, I made up my mind. I decided to accept your proposal.
Huh?
I think we're perfect for each other.
But you rejected my proposal a long time ago. And I thought you didn't want a guy whose annual income was less than Carl's.
Please, forget all that. I gave it a lot of thought, and I came to the conclusion that you were the best for me. If you're still angry that I rejected you, please give me another chance. Matt, would you marry me?
Sorry, gonna pass.
Huh?
Our relationship ended when you rejected my proposal years ago.
Yeah, well, I just rejected the proposal. I didn't intend to end our romantic relationship.
You said the whole thing was off and that we no longer had to see each other. Then you blocked me. Yeah, real romantic. Okay then. I'm gonna block you! Nice talking to you! Bye-bye! Remember that?
Huh? Yeah, kinda.
That's what you said the last time we talked. It was clear at that moment that you never intended to see me ever again. And you insist that our so-called romantic relationship hasn't ended? Please, give me a break. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
It's not a joke. How could you say that? I really care for you, Matt. That's why I contacted you. I'm being serious, really.
Huh? I see. So what are you so serious about, can I ask?
Like I said, I'm serious about getting married.
I don't think that's it.
Why won't you believe me?
Okay, listen up. You know perfectly well that I'm Carl's fiance's brother. On top of that, Carl and I are really close friends now. With all that said, you really think I didn't hear?
Huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hear what?
I'm talking about when Carl and Michelle started living together in preparation for getting married. It was right about that time you started harassing my sister. Right?
Huh? I don't know anything about that.
You snuck behind their backs and made yourself an extra key, and then snuck around the neighborhood where they lived, and when Carl wasn't around, you started giving Michelle a hard time, pestering her constantly. What's more, you used that extra key and snuck into their house, rummaging through her stuff, using it without her permission? But I know my sister. She can handle herself just fine. She talked to Carl about that whole thing. As a result, they decided to move. And so, now you're not able to get in contact with them. Did I leave out anything?
No, that's not right. I was only...
What's not right?
I don't want to criticize your sister, but she's got everything all mixed up is all.
Mixed up? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Totally delusional. I didn't do anything of the sort. What do I have to be shunned when I didn't do anything? Matt, you're really close with them, right? Could you please tell me where they moved to? You tell me and I'll marry you.
Okay, let me get this straight. I tell you where they moved, and as a consolation prize, I get to marry you. Is that right?
That's right. Pretty good deal, huh?
Not exactly.
Come on, Matt. Stop beating around the bush. I know you want it.
Like I said, I'm gonna pass.
Well, that was before you knew that your sister was delusional. Now that you know it was all a mix-up by your sister, no problem.
It's no mix-up. It's fact.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said I didn't do anything.
Let's get one thing straight. Their actions were based on sound evidence. They made sure of that.
Evidence?
They installed numerous security cameras in the house, and Michelle always carried around a tiny IC recorder. So with that, they collected all the footage of you in the house and your nasty comments to my sister. They also listed all the items that were stolen. Michelle took all this evidence and showed it to Carl, and they made the decision to move, without informing you.
But then that means...
Once my sister sets her mind to it, she will not stop until she's 100% satisfied. I'm sorry to say, you're not in the same league as her. I suggest you back off for your own good.
But you can't. If my brother sees all that, all the stuff I did, he'll hate me forever.
Oh, so you admit you did all that stuff?
But I couldn't just let it go. I never expected my brother to get married.
What are you talking about?
I mean, my brother is going to be taken away from me. Obviously, I would try to stop it and take him back. And you too, Matt. You're just keeping up appearances, aren't you? I bet you're jealous as hell that your sister's being taken away from you.
No, not really.
No way! How could you not feel resentful?
Resentful? No, not at all.
Come on, you're lying. Hey, I'm in the same predicament as you. I understand your feelings. We're like two peas in a pod. So, we get married, you tell me where my brother is, everyone's happy.
I keep trying to tell you. Yeah, I am really fond of my sister. In fact, I love her dearly. But, unlike your abnormal brotherly love, or obsession, I should say, I don't go screwing things up for them.
Huh?
Besides, it's been quite a long time since they've been seeing each other. It was like 2 years ago that Carl proposed to my sister.
Huh? That long ago?
They were both pretty busy and couldn't get enough time to tie the knot. That's all. If, as you say, I was so obsessed with my sister, don't you think I would have done something about it a long time ago?
Well, I guess.
What if I did make a fuss and tried to take my sister away from Carl? I can just see you getting all upset with me about hurting your precious brother, right?
Yeah, well, I can't imagine anybody disliking my brother.
Are you starting to realize what you're saying? Everything you're saying is contradictory.
Huh?
You say I would probably be really jealous if someone took my sister away from me. You also say you can't imagine anybody disliking your brother. So which is it? Do you want me to be friends with Carl, or do you want me to hate him? Which is it?
Well, I'm just saying.
And another thing. I consider Carl more than a brother. A true friend. So I'm happy for them. And hope they have a good life together.
But that's...
About my sister marrying. I'm happy for her. But it's her life. She can do how she pleases. But I do know this. I don't want anything to do with someone who would marry me just to get her brother back.
But why?
You figured if you married me, you would never be separated from your brother, am I right? Well, it's all for nothing, actually. I'm already married.
Huh?
I got married earlier this year.
You're not serious. Wait a second. What about me? What happens to me? How am I gonna find out where my brother is? At least have him meet me so we can talk. I'll head over to your place right away.
Not sure that's possible. I moved out of state. With the whole family.
What? Where?
Anyways, I already rejected your proposal, so no need to meet anymore, right? See ya!
Please, wait just a sec!
Bye-bye. Gonna block you. After learning of Pam's abnormal obsession and relentless pestering of Michelle, Carl was furious. My sister took all the evidence she had and showed it to Pam's parents. Pam's parents were very fond of Michelle and liked Carl. They were infuriated with her actions. But Pam, being Pam, felt no remorse for what she did and was eventually kicked out of the house. Pam had quit her job and lived life as what's called a NEET, and after bunking with various friends, she eventually met some guy and started living with him. Turns out the guy was actually married, just living away from home temporarily due to his job or something. After that, all I heard was she got deeply into debt and started working the nightlife, if you know what I mean. As for Carl and Michelle, yep, happily married, and, as was their longtime dream, working and living overseas. Last I heard, they were having a great time over there.
Good morning, Mother. Can we talk for a sec? It's about the check we send you every month.
Huh? What about it? Don't tell me you're going to be late sending it. I have bills to pay, you know.
Pardon me?
So that's it, huh? You're gonna be late. You're totally useless. I thought we made a deal that you would send me $1,500 a month at the end of each month. I rely on that money. Anything less and I'm out on the street. You don't want that, do you? Or are you okay with your mom being homeless?
Oh no, it's not that.
Then what is it?
I always receive my salary at the end of the month, but from next month, it's been changed to the 5th of every month. Some sort of accounting changes.
Oh, I see. Well...
Anyways, I'll send you $500 at the end of the month. I'll send the rest on the 5th, and I'll add another $200 for all the trouble. Hope that's okay with you.
Wait a minute. You got it all mixed up. What you mean is... $1,500 at the end of the month, and then another $1,500 on the 5th. That sounds more logical.
Excuse me? If I do that, I'd be sending $3,000 a month. I can't afford that.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's easy. From now on, you can just send me $3,000 a month.
Sorry, but I really can't afford that.
All you have to do is twice the work. Come on, Melanie, you're still young.
Huh? Mom. Why can't you ask Brad to pitch in too? After all, he's my big brother. Actually, he should be the one supporting you. I mean, come on, Mom. Brad probably makes way more than me, and plus he lives at home. He should be the one sending you a check every month, not me.
I can't believe you really mean that, Melanie. You really want to burden your big brother? Why can't you help the family out? I really don't recall bringing up such a selfish young woman.
Are you serious?
Your brother has lots of friends, and he has to go out and spend money. Friends are important, you know, if you want to get places. In contrast, you have no friends, so you have nowhere to spend the money. What better way is there than to support the family? Oh, don't be so selfish, Melanie. I'm giving you a chance to do some good with your money. Your brother will build connections and succeed. We all win. Ugh, you're so inconsiderate.
You call sending you a big portion of my salary every month inconsiderate? I don't even live there anymore.
Yes, that's exactly right. Inconsiderate. Just have the check in the mailbox by the end of the month. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Then another check on the 5th for the same amount. You got that?
Sorry, I can't do that.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Okay, I'm going to give it to you straight. To be absolutely honest with you, I can't be sending a check for $1,500 every month forever.
Pardon me? Are you serious? Have you forgotten that I'm your mother? I gave birth to you and brought you up. Have you forgotten all the sacrifices I made for you?
It's been 10 years since you divorced Dad. And over those 10 years, I've continued to send you a month check for $1,500. Do you even realize how hard that has been for me? Can you even imagine the hardships I went through over the years? Why do you always have to rely on me? Brad's been living there the whole time. Have him pitch. Your favorite son should be the one supporting you, not me.
Excuse me? Brad contributes in his own way.
He split up with his longtime girlfriend Carol and came back to live with you, right? And another thing, you're not working either, right?
How can you talk to me like that, Melanie? I brought you up. You were just a mediocre girl. Not pretty, not smart. But despite your flaws, I brought you up and provided for you. You should be grateful. I'm allowing you to pay me back for providing for you all through your childhood. If you have a modicum of appreciation for how I brought you up, you would just shut up and work and continue sending me a check every month. You got that? Hey, Melanie, pick up. What is this? Just open the mail. The check is only for $500. I told you that the amount must be $1,500. You're missing $1,000. I expect a check as soon as possible. No, have it deposited directly to my bank account.
Like I said, Mom, I can only pay $500 now, and the rest I'll pay on the 5th. Plus another $200 for your trouble.
I told you that won't work. I need the money right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. $1,500 today and $1,500 on the 5th. That's what we agreed on. What are you, dense? From here on, I expect a month's stipend of $3,000. You got that?
And I said that was impossible. Are you dense? Why do you keep pushing your agenda? Never listening to what I have to say or considering what I'm going through. I have to make a living too. I can't afford to be sending you more than what we agreed on. No more, no less.
Are you serious? Melanie, I'm your mother, for God's sake. I expect $2,500 by the 5th. You got that? If you fail to do so, there are options I can take. I expect that check in the mail on the morning of the 5th. Melanie, Mom here. Pick up. I got the check. What the hell is this? I said I wanted $2,500, not this measly $1,200 check. I warned you about this. I want the rest by the end of the day, you hear me?
Like I said, Mom, I never agreed to send you $3,000 a month. I'm getting sick and tired of this whole charade.
Charade? I'm getting sick and tired of your cheeky attitude. You're the one who broke your promise.
Like I said, Mom, I never agreed to any of this.
I have already thought about the penalty for disobeying me. You do realize that, don't you? I warned you last week about this.
Excuse me? A penalty? What is this, a football game?
I already made the necessary plans. Too late for any regrets. I warned you.
I have no idea what the hell you are talking about, Mom. Also, do you realize that $1,500 is a significant amount for someone like me to send? Way more than any of my friends send their folks. It's more like a couple hundred a month. I'm sorry, but I have no intention of sending any more than I have.
Melanie, I know you're there. Answer me. I'm going to cut ties with you. You are no longer my daughter.
Excuse me? What's this all of a sudden?
This is punishment for not sending the money that I demanded. We had a family meeting last night, and I decided we are going to cut ties with you. We already moved out of the house.
A family meeting? You mean you and Brad? I'm sure you haven't counted Dad, and I'm not in the family, that's for sure. So this family meeting, or simply put, you mean you and Brad.
Ugh, what are you, dense? Of course it's only the two of us. Why would we include you?
Yeah, right. Whatever. So, what is this about you guys moving? Surprised you had the money.
Pardon me?
I mean, you don't exactly have a habit of saving money. I'd be surprised if you had any left by the end of the month. I don't see how you could have moved out.
I don't have to explain everything to you. You're not part of our family anymore. Our moving has nothing to do with you.
Okay, whatever. So, what do you want from me?
If you want to know where we moved, all you have to do is send a check for $3,000 by the 5th of every month. Not the measly $1,500 you've been sending.
Are you still going on about that?
If you agree to that, well, we'll welcome you back to the family and I'll tell you where we moved to. If you don't want to lose your precious family, all you have to do is obey. It's that simple. I'll give you another 3 days to think about it. Think long and hard, Melanie.
Hello, Melanie. This is Carol. How are you?
Carol? Yeah, it's been a while.
Sorry to contact you so late. I hope you weren't getting ready for bed or anything.
No problem. Just sitting up watching TV. I heard you broke up with my brother. What's this about?
I don't know how to say this, but I really need your help.
Excuse me? Oh my god, did my brother do something to you? Did he hurt you or something?
Well, actually, it's not just only about Brad. It's about your mother, too.
My mother? What are you saying? What happened?
Your mother and Brad suddenly arrived at my apartment with a load of luggage.
Are you serious?
Yes. When I got home from work today, they were both sitting in my living room watching TV and helping themselves to all the food in the fridge. When we split up, he gave the apartment key back, but I guess he went and made a copy.
Are you telling me that they just moved in with you?
Yes, it looks that way.
You have to be kidding me.
I explained that we had already broken off our relationship and, well, we were essentially complete strangers and they couldn't come barging in like they did. But your brother was adamant that we had not broken up as proof he said he has the apartment key. Your mom was also like, I give you permission to marry my son, or something to that effect, and I kept telling her we had already broken up, but she wouldn't listen. She just kept telling me that I would be supporting them from this day on. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was able to grab all my stuff and rush out of there when I got the chance. I made sure I got all my valuables, like bank book, cards, and jewelry and stuff.
If you have nowhere to go, you're welcome to come to my place.
You really don't mind?
Of course not. I know it seems kind of weird for you to be coming to my place, but it's my mom and brother after all that's doing this to you. I'm sure they don't know we're in contact with each other. You can stay here until we can work something out.
Thanks so much. My folks live pretty far away. In another state, as a matter of fact. So, this is a godsend. Thanks. It'll be for a short time. I hope you don't mind.
So, Melanie, you decided not to send us the check for the amount we agreed on. Okay, that means you are no longer part of this family. But, you know what I'm going to do? I will do you a huge favor. I will give you 3 more days to really think about it. If you don't want to lose your family and find out where we currently live.
Oh, hey, Mom. Just in time.
Pardon me? Oh, I see you finally agreed to that $3,000 a month! Finally coming to your senses! Don't want you to lose your precious family.
So, you're saying that if I don't obey, I'm no longer part of the family, right?
That's right!
Alright then, got it. Then I'm moving too.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Is it true that you and Brad are now living at Carol's place?
How did you know that?
A friend of mine just happened to see you guys going into the apartment and told me about it.
Okay, so you know. Makes no difference.
I'm headed toward our new home right now.
Excuse me? Even if you get here, I'm not letting you in.
I'm not heading over there. I have no intention of moving into Carol's place. Besides, the lease expires on that place in 10 days' time.
Pardon me? 10 days? What are you talking about?
After 10 days, you guys have to move out or you'll be evicted.
What the hell are you saying?
I was able to contact Carol and she told me quite a bit.
Carol? How do you know Carol?
Apparently, after she broke up with Brad, she was already looking for another place to live. So she had already terminated her lease agreement, which ends in 10 days. She said she was just getting her stuff all packed and ready to move when you guys barged in.
You're making all that up! Brad assured me that...
So, why would I even move there? There's only 10 days left before the lease is up.
Melanie, listen.
Oh, yeah. And that apartment you guys were living at. I heard you guys weren't paying the rent for some time now and finally got evicted. You had nowhere else to go but to Carol's. But that didn't turn out so well.
Why do you even know about any of this?
The bill for all your back rent came to me. That's why. I was the guarantor for that place when you first moved there, so I had no choice but to pay it.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's the least you could do for your mother.
Oh, and I don't have to send you a month's stipend anymore, right?
Pardon me?
But I thought you said we are no longer family. You cut ties with me. We're strangers now, right? I mean, we're no longer related, but you still want money from me? Are you serious? That makes no sense.
But I was just trying to, you know...
Cutting family ties means, well, I don't have to tell you where I moved to, right? The back rent I paid. I'm going to do you a favor and not charge you for that. Call it a goodbye gift of sorts.
Wait, Melanie, please! Let's talk this through!
The money I sent you every month? I heard you used it to pay back all your debts that you accumulated over the years. And your precious little son, Brad. He apparently did something at the company he was working for and got fired. Apparently had to pay some sort of compensation for damages. You guys were trying to make me pay for that too. That's why you needed $3,000 a month.
I demand that you repay me for bringing you up. For providing for you when you were a kid!
Excuse me?
Okay, I'll be nice. Tell me where you live and I'll allow you to live with us as a family again.
No thanks. Can't do that.
Why not?
Well, for one, we cut family ties.
I'll rescind that. We're a family again.
But you know what, Mom? I'm kind of happy with the situation.
Pardon me?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I have a message from Carol. She said she'll call the police if you don't get out of her apartment by tomorrow.
Police? Why would she do that?
Well, for one, you're trespassing and it's breaking and entering. You guys could go to jail for this. Oh, just arrived at my new place. So gotta go. See ya.
Hold on a second, Melanie. Your brother and I have nowhere to go. What are we supposed to do? We don't even have any money. We have like $100 between the two of us.
That has nothing to do with me. Goodbye, Mom. Or shall I say, ex-mom. Bye. This time, I moved into an apartment which has a robust security system. Cameras, alarms, the works. There's even a guard at the entrance. The place is a bit expensive for sure, but I make more than $6,000 a month, so I can cover it, no problem. Paying my mom $1,500 wasn't such a burden, but if they found out what I really make every month, they will definitely come calling for a handout again. So I plan to keep it a secret from them. As for Brad and my mom, I heard they had nowhere to go. So the police eventually showed up and evicted them. Last I heard, they moved into my grandfather's place down in Alabama. My grandpa called me and filled me in on the details. He told me I had nothing more to worry about and that he would take care of the rest, and that was that. My grandpa runs a small farm, and he's apparently making them work their butts off. He's always been a tough old geezer. They still have debts to pay, so it will be a while before they can relax and take it easy.